School Choice Wisconsin believes in strengthening communities by providing high-quality options in education. Christ St. Peter's School fulfills an essential need in Milwaukee's Southside immigrant community. It serves and educates many families from the Latin community. In recent years, many Karen refugees from Myanmar have also settled in their neighborhood. School Choice has allowed the Karen community to attend schools like Christ St. Peter. Christ St. Peter has tailored their staff and programs to provide solid educational opportunity and maximum support for the strong Karen family tradition.
We are a neighborhood school, so between the two locations at Walker's Point and Clark Square, we serve the families and children of the neighborhood. About 60% are Latino, and then the other 30-35% population is a mixture between African American, Caucasian, and Asian. The Karen community right now, we have just under 20 of our students. They are originally from Burma, and they had to flee Burma because of some political strife and ended up in refugee camps in Thailand. How they came to the south side of Milwaukee, I'm not entirely sure, but we do know that they ended up in some housing next to St. Peter's Lutheran Church, which is where our East Campus is located, and our relationship started from there. They're very family oriented, so we had one student come in about 2008, and then over those past 8-9 years it's grown to roughly 20. They really embrace our school culture. They love the fact that we are a smaller school teaching Christian values, and the word of mouth is really what has helped them find more students come to Christ St. Peter. Their English language skills were little to none, so we do have a full-time English as a second language teacher that supports them to learn English, to learn the vocabulary within the class, and be an extra support teacher for them as they work in the mainstream classroom. We love this neighborhood. We want to be a positive influence in this neighborhood, and we are here for any family that wants to come to Christ St. Peter to have their child in our school.
A lot of the kids that I work with, they want to learn and they want to grow and they want to become part of the community and fit in with their friends and their classmates, especially some of our newer immigrants. Remember what it was like to be in Thailand and then be in Burma, and so then making this adjustment is really foreign and strange. Their parents really appreciate the work that we do with them, and so after school I have, I think, about 12 or 15 that Karen students that usually stay. So we kind of have all sorts of kids, which is really kind of neat. The bigger kids, if they're done with their work or their homework, then they'll go and they'll do activities with the little ones. So they'll read books or play games or do a puzzle, so it's kind of cool to see them teaching the little ones, because then they're helping each other. Their life was so much different and not as structured maybe, or not as, it's much more free. A lot of them didn't go to school when they were there. I mean, they didn't have access or regular access to education. So that's kind of a struggle then, because they didn't learn to read and write in Karen, or basically learn to read and write in English or any language, period. And so then coming over, sometimes that transition is more difficult. Just the other day, we were talking about pizza. And I said, oh, I think I'll make a pizza at home, a frozen pizza, take for granted. And she said, oh, I don't know how to do that. We don't know how to use our oven. Just little things like that. I never thought I would have to do something like that, but it's serving our people, right? So if that's what I can do to help them, then, I'm happy to call and say, can we take care of this?
Education is the foundation for a better future. Explore and discover your options at chooseyourschoolwi.org.